You know, the scene that probably a lot of people are reaching out to you about and talking about is that scene in episode 8, I believe, when you find out that Georgia is actually not pregnant, and it causes some really irreparable damage between the two of them. But that is a very intense scene. Can you kind of walk me through what it was like preparing for that, shooting that?
Sharon, our director, and I met first and walked through it. I was very, as the person, Scott, as a fan invested in the show, resistant to hitting the wall. I was very like, I can't do this. We can't. Paul can't do that. Paul can't do this. And I think that's me, like, as a fan going, Paul can't do this. And she said, we're doing it, and it has to be done. But it's coming out of hurt. It's not out of anger. And we really tried to utilize that in that scene and keep a lot of his frustration down and a lot more of his broken heart come out. And the moment that actually, I think, clicked for me the most was in that scene. Georgia says the words, "I can't trust you," to Paul. And Paul has been begging her to trust him since season 1, to open up and be honest with him. I would love if somebody would put a reel together or a TikTok together of all the times Paul asked Georgia to be honest with him. She looks him in the eyes and says, "No more lies, no more secrets, no more lies, no more secrets." And in that moment, she says, "I can't trust you," and he doesn't understand it. And you hear me yell, "Why?" off camera. And that was encouraged by them on set, like, just be over each other, be talking, be yelling over each other, all these things, which a lot of times on a show, they're asking you to please give each other space for sound and all these other things. That was a messy scene, and it was a messy day, but we did not do too many takes of it. We were so prepared. I get a little, working across from Brienne over the first couple of seasons, and in that relationship, that day was very hard. But how can you not give everything when you have a partner in a scene like that that's giving so much back to you? So I just know I got to meet that bar. Sharon, our director, was incredible. And I think I have a picture of the three of us all in an embrace after we called cut on the entire scene. It was just so emotionally charged, and we felt really good about it leaving that day, even though the content is really rough. I guess it's on TikTok everywhere.
Sure, well, it stays with you, because it's not even like so much, it is obviously hitting the wall, but like the way that Paul reacts afterwards, you know, hands up, like not gonna hurt you, and you can see like Georgia's PTSD coming back. Like,
it's immediate regret. It's immediate regret for Paul in that moment. And he never, ever meant to hurt her. That was never his intention. But he is somebody who wants a family, and he didn't know that before he met her. He is somebody who had a family that he never had before he met her. He is somebody who loves Austin and Ginny, and has stepped in and said, I will be there for them as a father figure. And that's a really tough thing to do, to invest in. And he did it. And I know that because of my own personal life. I have a stepfather who came into my life at 6 years old and said, you are not my blood, but I will be your father. And we tried to bring some of that to Paul. And so the breaking of all of that with Alaya being pregnant was just, he's out of his body at that point a little bit. But I'm not saying he was right. I'm not condoning the action. But definitely I can see what put him there in that moment.